Welcome back to Retro Axis. In this episode, we're going to examine a retro throwback to a game called Snake. Let's get started. In the early days of computers, the BASIC programming language was very popular, and there was a tremendous amount of software and games that were made available. You could purchase books that had entire chapters on learning how to make a certain type of game. One of the more fun games that I recall from the DOS days was something called Nibbles, and this was an example QBasic program that came with DOS. And Nibbles was a traditional Snake game. Recently I was on my PS4 and I was looking for just a casual game to play, and I came across something called SnakeyBus. So today I want to show you sort of the genesis of the Snake concept and show you how cool and fun and addictive a modern version of this game can be. Stay tuned. So here we have QBasic Nibbles. This was made in 1990 by Microsoft, and again, as I mentioned before, this did ship with different versions of MS-DOS and perhaps even earlier versions of Windows. What's great about this game, of course, is you get the entire source code, so you can quickly scroll through and learn a bit about how the program is assembled. And that really is great, particularly if you're trying to learn BASIC and understanding how to do things like move a cursor, change the shape of an object, and so on and so forth. One player. We'll go with Novice level 1, and we will increase the speed during play. We're going to choose color. Alright, so getting started, push space to begin. So as we can see here, we've got our little snake. He's going across. He's going to gobble up this number 1. See, notice that he's grown in length. He's getting bigger. So each time he successfully achieves a goal, he gets a bit larger. And you can see I put this one on the edge of the screen. If I touch the edge of the screen, I would lose a life here. And as we go forward, we continue to grow. You can see the snake getting longer. My score is increasing. 5, 6. Uh-oh. That was a close call there. I'm going to go ahead and do expert level to speed this up a bit. I will have it increase the speed during play. I'm going to go with monochrome. And initializing playing field and press space to begin. This guy's really zipping around here. It's been quite hard to catch the pellet at this rate. So this is SnakeyBus, and again, this was something I just discovered in the PlayStation Store. And you know, it was one of these games where it wasn't terribly expensive, and I was looking for something that was a bit more of a casual game versus something that was more involved. You know, sometimes you just want to pick up a controller, play for a few minutes, and not get so heavily involved into something. What I really liked about it was it's very creative, and it takes sort of the snake concept and introduces it to a slightly different level. Now, as much in terms of its playability, it's very simple to pick up, very easy to get going. You have things you can unlock, so you can actually unlock different levels, unlock different types of buses. The first level you begin is the dorm room. You can see here, this is the dorm. This is actually one of the more harder levels, believe it or not. For a first level, it's actually quite difficult. So there's quite a few levels to choose from. In addition, you can choose different types of buses. So here you choose a transit bus, a school bus, a party bus, a cluster truck, which kind of looks like the Tesla truck, a dragon, and a double-decker. So as you can see, I'm moving the transit bus around, and there's passengers. I'm going to pick up some passengers. You'll see that number down there. I have 27 out of 100 current passengers. The more you pass the station, when you drop these guys off at their station, you'll notice that you'll be able to collect more passengers the next round. Of course, that's an effect of having the bus grow longer because you've added more buses. Right now you see my bus length is 0. Can also do a cockpit view where I can actually look here. I've just passed the first checkpoint. Notice my bus size is increasing, and I can see it behind me now. It's dragging behind me. The more passengers you deliver in a single run, the longer your bus will get. So let's try a slightly different level. So I'm in the museum and I'm using a party bus. And one of the things I like about this game also is the music. It's pretty chill and relaxing. So I'm going to speed up, collect a few more people, go to my drop-off point. And this one is almost like a figure eight. And so this level is actually pretty fun. You can really get into a rhythm on this particular level. But then as you start to catch up with your tail end, you have to start using the ramps in order to get higher up. So I've already grown to 58. Collecting passengers. There's my tail end. Here's another drop-off point. I've now grown again to 70, 75. Ooh, that was close. So here I'll take this upper ramp. You can see I'm right behind the end of my bus and it's growing. So I'll go up the ramp again. It's just to give myself a little bit more space. So here I'm playing in space on a space station. It's like almost like an orbiting farm. And I'm a dragon this time and I'm trying to find some passengers. And the arrow will tell me which way to go. And this level is very interesting because it's a round circle, so you know, as you're looking for the drop-off point, oh, right out into space. It's funny, this game actually has elements of other games that I've played too. It reminds me quite a bit of one of my favorite games is Beautiful Katamari. If you've never played Katamari, that is one of the more unique games out there. This game has some elements of that. It reminds me just of the part where you're rolling around a level and you're trying to pick up people. It has definitely that little bit of that Katamari feel. But again, you know, you can see the classic elements of the Snake game here as the bus grows longer, the more you collect. And the dragon itself really makes you feel a bit more like you're playing Snake. It looks like a snake. Here's the viewpoint from the cockpit view. But what a great game. You know, again, one of these things where it's a total throwback to one of the old games from the past. Has a really modern twist, great graphics, great sound, simple gameplay, but it's just really enjoyable, a lot of fun. Highly recommend you check this out. So that was SnakeyBus on the PlayStation 4. I hope you enjoyed that. I sure did. And I'll tell you, I will continue to look for more games that are throwbacks to the past that are just tons of fun, easy to play, and just quick and simple to pick up and learn. So if you have any more questions or comments about the show, please place them down in the comments. Give us a like, and also don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We'll see you next time on Retro Axis.